Hello everyone, this is Mothership here, and today I'm going to be talking about something a bit different. I'm going to be talking about Big Finish, specifically their Doctor Who audio dramas. Now, I don't usually make videos like this, but I really wanted to, and I love Big Finish. So, what is Big Finish? Big Finish is a company that develops audio dramas. It's been doing this since 1999. Now, they've been regularly making them, and they've been deemed as canon by now, and basically it's kind of changed the dynamic of Doctor Who by giving it a whole other realm. I'm going to be talking about today about why I love it so much, and why I'm so thankful for Big Finish, because it's greatly improved Doctor Who as a show, where thanks to some Big Finish things have been added into the actual show and have become iconic in it. Now, one of the greatest things about Big Finish is that it really feels official. The sound design and the voice acting is really fantastic, and they, for the most part, have all of the original actors. For example, you listen to a Fifth Doctor audio, you're going to have Peter Davison as the Fifth Doctor, and his companions will be played by the actors in the show. And it gives this feeling of authenticity and makes it feel more canon. And it's really, really great. And it makes it, feel official. Now, not only this, but the audios themselves are extremely high quality and really good. For example, some of their bests are Anti-Genesis, or Lucy Miller and To the Death, or the Time Lord Victorious series, or Return to Skaro, or The Silver Turk, or Terra Firma, or Blood of the Daleks, or just Spare Parts, The Chimes of Midnight. Countless ones. These are just ones I'm reciting off the top of my head. There's dozens and dozens of fantastic Big Finish audios, some of which are better than some actual Doctor Who stories in the show, and Big Finish really stands up to it in that way. There's even some things in particular that modern Doctor Who can thank Big Finish for. For example, Nicholas Briggs, who wrote lots of Big Finish stories, and to this day still writes lots of Big Finish stories, and is the voice of the Daleks and the Cybermen in New Who. Now, he actually started out with this in Big Finish when it first started, and basically that's probably the reason why we have Nicholas Briggs voicing them now to this day in modern Who, and he is probably the best voice actor for the Daleks, and one of the best for the Cybermen, and we might never have gotten him if it wasn't for Big Finish. As well, certain things about the Daleks we can thank, in terms of their voices, we can thank for Big Finish. Like Daleks of higher ranks, like the Emperor or a Supreme, having lower voices. That wasn't something that we really had until Big Finish, where they have that imposing deep voice. And you can thank Big Finish for that, otherwise you wouldn't have that iconic voice style that we have today. Also, Big Finish covers are just absolutely stunning. They can make some really, really nice covers. But another amazing thing about Big Finish is that they really give certain doctors or parts of the show that never had a chance to fully develop their own era. Most notably, you've got the War Master, played by Derek Jacobi, really getting material to sink his teeth into, and he's fantastic, seeing as he only got a few minutes of screen time in the show. Or the Eighth Doctor getting a full era, or the War Doctor getting a full era, or the Ninth Doctor getting more material. And they gave all of these characters so much more to do. And I'm going to be most notably touching on the Eighth Doctor, who gets this entire timeline that you can see because of Big Finish. You can see his earlier adventures shortly after the TV movie, where he goes on adventures with Charlie Pollard and later Chris, and then you have his adventures with Lucy Miller, and then you have Dark Eyes and Doom Coalition and Ravenous and Stranded, and his Time War series, which is when the Eighth Doctor goes into the Time War. And at this point, after about 20 years, they're getting to a point where they're kind of wrapping up the Eighth Doctor's story, it seems. But they've really given Paul McGann what he deserves as the Doctor, and he's fantastic in it. And finally, the Eighth Doctor gets what he deserves as a character, and I think that's fantastic, as well as the fact that they just have tons really, really good 8th Doctor audios. Those are generally my favourite. And they also gave him some wonderful theme tunes as the Doctor. Like, they really gave him some great music to work with. They've also made some great villains exclusive to Big Finish that have become iconic in their own right, such as the 11 or the Ravenous, and many, many more. So overall, Big Finish has been incredible for Doctor Who. It really improves my enjoyment of Doctor Who in general, as it adds so much more canon, so much more Doctor Who content to really enjoy. So, yeah, that's about it. If you haven't listened to Big Finish before, I definitely recommend. There's lots of free Big Finish on Spotify, but that's mostly only the earlier adventures, and Big Finish was great back then, but I really think it hit its stride around the mid-2000s. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.